most ridiculous promise an ex made to try and get you back? 1. He promised to adopt my entire personality. I broke up with a guy whose 3 main hobbies were video games, sports, and sleeping. I'm into hiking, art museums, and reading. To get me back, he sent me a picture of himself standing in a park holding a philosophy book with the caption, "Just becoming the man you deserve." The book was upside down. 2. He promised to become a better man by going to therapy. This one almost worked. He said he realized he was manipulative and that he would finally get help. I felt a glimmer of hope. Then he added, "So I can learn all the right things to say to make you happy." He didn't want to get better. He just wanted to learn a new script. 3. She promised me a trip to Paris. This was from an ex who constantly forgot her wallet and had me pay for dinner. She was crying on the phone saying she'd bought 2 non-refundable first-class tickets to Paris for us. I almost believed her until I heard her roommate in the background yell, "Did you just tell her you bought tickets to Paris?" 4. He promised he'd finally get rid of his horrible roommate. His roommate was his best friend who he complained about constantly. It was his go-to excuse for everything. After I broke up with him, he promised he would kick the roommate out so we could finally start our life. It was a promise he'd made a dozen times. He wasn't offering a solution. He was just recycling his best excuse. 5. He promised to get a tattoo of my initial on his face. He said he wanted to prove his permanent commitment to me. He wasn't offering me commitment. He was holding his own face hostage. I had to talk him down like he was on a ledge, telling him that defacing himself was not the romantic gesture he thought it was. 6. He promised to sell his prized motorcycle. He loved that motorcycle more than anything. He polished it every weekend while I did all the housework. His big final offer was that he would sell it to prove I was more important than an object. The problem was never the motorcycle. The problem was that he already treated me like an object. 7. He promised to stop being friends with his ex-wife. He swore up and down they were just friends, but the emotional affair was obvious. His promise to cut her off was the one thing I had wanted for years, but it came with a catch. He said, "I'll do it, but you have to promise you'll never bring it up again." He wasn't fixing the problem. He was just trying to buy my silence.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new stories every day.